What is up, everyone? Why is my chat so big? Achoo. Oh man, how y'all doing? What's going on? On Saturday and today I was working on a Disney Channel show, which was pretty fun. My eyes look watery and red, but that's just because I sneezed, so don't worry about me, please. Don't worry. What is up? We got Caesar, ya boy, Avocado, Foxy, Ethan. How y'all doing? What's up, Jinja Ninja? What's going on? Dang, I look like I'm on the verge of tears. Really? That's just a sneeze. Trust me, please. Trust me. Let's see. Tonight, we are gonna continue reading in Daniel, as we should be speeding through that pretty quickly. And you want me to do push-ups. We should be speeding through Daniel pretty quickly and then move on to whatever's next, which I'm thinking might be either Luke or John, because I need to reread those as again. Oh man. But other than that, happy Monday, guys. I hope you all are doing well. I am trying to figure out going back to grad school. It's being kind of a pain in the butt. Remind me not to mess with you? Okay. It's a pain in the butt because I'm applying for a teacher's assistant position, which is what pays for the degree. And if I don't get that, I would have to pay out of pocket for the degree, which I don't really want to. So what I'm thinking might happen is I might have to stay in Atlanta a little bit longer, maybe stay until December when my lease is up regardless, and start in the spring semester instead of this fall semester, which really isn't that big of a deal. It does allow me to stay here a little bit longer, less of a headache, and I can figure out, I can save a little bit more money as well. So we'll see what happens. How was the Disney Channel show? It was pretty fun. I was playing a middle schooler. I was just a background extra. It's a lot of fun. There was a bunch of people, a lot of minors, because everyone was short. It was crazy. Everyone was short. Like, I think that's why they chose me. That's why they sent me an email in the first place, because I'm in the system. And they're like, we just need short people. And I was like, I'm there. So a lot of fun. I will definitely be seen in that show. Like, you will definitely see me in that show. It's called Just Beyond. It's supposed to come out like in the fall, I think. So sometime in the fall it'll be out. Yeah, so good time. Now I need to look for a full-time job or whatever the next job is, because being without consistent work is just so frustrating. So I think I might have to end up going back to restaurant work, which is what I'm very much used to. So possibly restaurant work, just as I save up to get ready to move, which is going to be a lot easier if I do it in December instead of in 2 months from now. But we'll see where the Lord takes me. The Lord is definitely working in my life and trying to teach me to just depend on him, to not be worried or anxious. And he's also humbling me. So very, very fun, not fun times, as you can imagine. I need to blow my nose. All right, let's get into Daniel, I guess. I'm kind of tired. Woke up early. Woke up at like 5:30, which is pretty normal for working on TV shows. Usually wake up at about 5:30 or so. All right. Looks like we were on Daniel 9. So Daniel 9, we might as well just finish the whole book tonight. I don't see why not. We could do a longer read. Oh my goodness, my nose. All right. Also, please, if you would, in the Discord, send me some videos. Any videos that you want me to watch. That way we can watch them on stream. And that will be fun. There's one I just had. Where'd it go? There's one I just had that I wanted to watch. It was about, like, why is Jesus the God above other gods? There it is. We'll probably watch that later. But yeah, on the Discord, please just send me videos. And we could take a look at any videos you might have. And that sounds like a good time. All right, let's read. This is Daniel 9. Dear God, please speak to us tonight through the Holy Spirit. Help us to understand and know what you want us to learn. In Jesus' name I pray, amen. In the first year of Darius, the son of Ahasuerus, by descent a Mede, who was made king over the realm of the Chaldeans, in the first year of his reign, I, Daniel, perceived in the books the number of years that, according to the word of the Lord to Jeremiah the prophet, must pass before the end of the desolations of Jerusalem, namely 70 years. Then I turned my face to the Lord God, seeking him by prayer and pleas for mercy, with fasting, and sackcloth and ashes. I prayed to the Lord my God and made a confession, saying, O Lord, the great and awesome God, who keeps covenant and steadfast love with those who love him and keep his commandments, we have sinned and done wrong and acted wickedly and rebelled, turning aside from your commandments and rules. We have not listened to your servants, the prophets, who spoke in your name to our kings, our princes, and our fathers, and to all the people of the land. To you, O Lord, belongs righteousness, but to us open shame. As at this day to the men of Judah, to the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and to all Israel, those who are near and those who are far away, in all the lands to which you have driven them, because of the treachery that they have committed against you. To us, O Lord, belongs open shame, to our kings, to our princes, to our fathers, because we have sinned against you. To the Lord our God belong mercy and forgiveness, for we have rebelled against him, and have not obeyed the voice of the Lord God by walking in his laws, which he set before us by his servants the prophets. All Israel has transgressed your law and turned aside, refusing to obey your voice. And the curse and the oath that are written in the law of Moses, the servant of God, have been poured out upon us, because we have sinned against him. He has confirmed his words, which he spoke against us and against our rulers who ruled us, by bringing upon us a great calamity. For under the whole heaven there has not been done anything like what has been done against Jerusalem. As it is written in the law of Moses, all this calamity has come upon us. Yet we have not entreated the favor of our Lord God, turning from our iniquities and gaining insight by your truth. Therefore the Lord has kept ready the calamity, and has brought it upon us. For the Lord our God is righteous in all the works that he has done, and we have not obeyed his voice. And now, O Lord our God, who brought your people out of the land of Egypt with a mighty hand, and have made a name for yourself, as at this day we have sinned, we have done wickedly. O Lord, according to all your righteous acts, let your anger and your wrath turn away from your city Jerusalem, your holy hill, because of our sins, and for the iniquities of our fathers. Jerusalem and your people have become a byword among all who are around us. Now therefore, our God, listen to the prayer of your servant, and to his plea for mercy, and for your own sake, O Lord, make your face to shine upon your sanctuary, which is desolate. O my God, incline your ear to hear. Open your eyes and see our desolations in the city that is called by your name. For we do not present our pleas before you because of our righteousness, but because of your great mercy. O Lord, hear, O Lord, forgive. O Lord, pay attention and act. Delay not for your own sake, O my God, because your city and your people are called by your name. While I was speaking and praying, confessing my sin and the sin of my people Israel, and presenting my plea before the Lord my God for the holy hill of my God, while I was speaking in prayer, the man Gabriel, whom I had seen in the vision at the first, came to me in a swift flight at the time of the evening sacrifice. He made me understand, speaking with me and saying, O Daniel, I have now come out to give you the insight and understanding. At the beginning of your pleas for mercy, a word went out, and I have come to tell you it, for you are greatly loved. Therefore consider the word and understand the vision. 70 weeks are decreed about your people in your holy city, to finish this transgression, to put an end to sin, and to atone for iniquity, to bring in everlasting righteousness, to seal both vision and prophet, and to anoint a most holy place. Know, therefore, and understand that from the going out of the word to restore and build Jerusalem to the coming of the Anointed One, a prince, there shall be 7 weeks. Then for 62 weeks it shall be built again with squares and moat, but in troubled time. And after the 62 weeks, an Anointed One shall be cut off, and shall have nothing. And the people of the prince who is to come shall destroy the city and the sanctuary. Its end shall come with a flood, and to the end there shall be war. Desolations are decreed. And he will make a strong covenant with many for 1 week, and for half of the week he shall put an end to the sacrifice and offering, and on the wing of abominations shall come one who makes desolate until the decreed end is poured out on the desolator. Dang, that's chapter 9. What a depressing what a depressing chapter. I'm going to read that again later to my own personal self, because that is just so good. Daniel really understands just how terrible, how wicked, how evil man is and their sin. So I'm going to have to go back later and underline most of that. Let's continue on to chapter 10. In the 3rd year of Cyrus, king of Persia, a word was revealed to Daniel, who was named Belteshazzar. And the word was true, and it was a great conflict, and he understood the word and had an understanding of the vision. In those days I, Daniel, was mourning for 3 weeks. I ate no delicacies, no meat or wine entered my mouth, nor did I anoint myself at all for the full 3 weeks. On the 24th day of the 1st month, as I was standing on the bank of the great river, that is the Tigris, I lifted up my eyes and looked, and behold, a man clothed in linen, with a belt of fine gold from Uphaz around his waist. His body was like beryl, his face was the appearance of lightning, his eyes like flaming torches, his arms and legs like the gleam of burnished bronze, and the sound of his words like the sound of a multitude. And I, Daniel, alone saw the vision, for the men who were with me did not see the vision, but a great trembling fell upon them, and they fled to hide themselves. So I was left alone and saw this great vision, and no strength was left in me. My radiant appearance was fearfully changed, and I retained no strength. Then I heard the sound of his words, and as I heard the sound of his words, I fell on my face in deep sleep with my face to the ground. And behold, a hand touched me and set me trembling on my hands and knees. And he said to me, O Daniel, man greatly loved, understand the words that I speak to you and stand upright, for now I have been sent to you. And when he had spoken this word to me, I stood up trembling. Then he said to me, Fear not, Daniel, for from the first day that you set your heart to understand and humble yourself before God, your words have been heard, and I have come because of your words. The prince of kingdom of Persia withstood me 21 days, but Michael, one of the chief princes, came to help me, for I was left there with the kings of Persia. And I came to make you understand what is to happen to your people in the latter days, for the vision is for days yet to come. Thank you, Presby. Thank you. When he had spoken to me according to these words, I turned my face towards the ground and was mute. And behold, one in the likeness of the children of man touched my lips. Then I opened my mouth and spoke. I said to him who stood before me, O my Lord, by reason of the vision pains have come upon me, and I retain no strength. How can my Lord's servant talk with me, my Lord? For now no strength remains in me, and no breath is left in me. Again, one having the appearance of man touched me and strengthened me, and he said, O man greatly loved, fear not. Peace be with you. Be strong and of good courage. And as he spoke to me, I was strengthened and said, Let my Lord speak, for you have strengthened me. And he said, Do you know why I have come to you? But now I will return to fight against the prince of Persia, and when I go out, behold, the prince of Greece will come. But I will tell you what is inscribed in the book of truth. There is none who contends by my side against these except Michael, your prince. And as for me, in the first year of Darius the Mede, I stood up to confirm and strengthen him. And now I will show you the truth. Behold, 3 more kings shall arise in Persia, and a 4th shall be far richer than all of them. And when he has become strong enough through his riches, he shall stir up against all kingdoms of Greece. Then a mighty king shall arise, who shall rule with great dominion and do the wills. And as soon as he has arisen, his kingdom shall be broken and divided towards the 4 winds of heaven, but not to his posterity, nor according to the authority with which he ruled, for his kingdom shall be plucked up and go to others besides thee. Then the king of the south shall be strong, but one of his princes shall be stronger than he, and shall rule, and his authority shall be great authority. After some years they make an alliance, and the daughter of the king of the south shall come to the lord of the north to make an agreement. But she shall not retain in the strength of her arm, and he in his arm shall not endure. But she shall be given up in her attendants who he fathered her, and he who supported her in those times. And from a branch from her roots one shall arise in his place. He shall come against the army and enter the fortress of the king of the north, and he shall deal with them and shall prevail. He shall also carry off to Egypt their gods and their metal images and their precious vessels of silver and gold, and for some years he shall refrain from attacking the king of the north. Then the latter shall come to the realm of the king to the south, but shall return to his own land. His sons shall wage war and assemble a multitude of great forces, which shall keep coming and overflowing, and pass through, and again shall carry the war as far as his fortress. Then the king of the south, moved with rage, shall come out and fight against the king of the north. And he shall rise a great multitude, but it shall be given into his hand. And when the multitude is taken away, his heart shall be exalted, and he shall cast down tens of thousands, but he will not prevail. For the king of the north again shall rise a multitude greater than the first, and after some years he shall come on with a great army of abundant supplies. In those times many shall rise against the king of the south, and the violent among your own people shall lift themselves up in order to fulfill the vision, and they shall fail. Then the king of the north shall come and throw the siege works and take a well-fortified city, and the forces of the south shall not stand, or even his best troops, for there shall be no strength to stand. But he who comes against him shall do as he wills, and none shall stand before him. And he shall stand in the glorious land with destruction on his hand. And he shall set his face to come with the strength of the whole kingdom, and he shall bring terms of agreement and perform them. He shall give them the daughter of women to destroy the kingdom, but it shall not stand or be to his advantage. Afterward he shall turn his face to the coastlands, and shall capture many of them, but a commander shall put an end to his insolence. Indeed, he shall turn his insolence back upon him. Then he shall turn his face towards the fortress of his own land, but he shall stumble and fall, and shall not be found. Don't worry, guys, we're almost done. Then shall arise in this place one who shall send an exactor of tribute for the glory of the kingdom, but within a few days he shall be broken, neither in anger nor in battle. In his place shall arise a contemptible person, to whom royal majesty has not been given. He shall come in without warning and obtain the kingdom by flatteries. Armies shall be utterly swept away before him and broken, even in the prince of covenant. And from the time that alliance is made with him, he shall act deceitfully. And he shall become strong with a small people. Without warning, he shall come into the richest parts of the province, and he shall do what neither his fathers nor his fathers' fathers have done, scattering among them plunder, spoil, and goods. He shall devise plans against strongholds, but only for a time. And he shall stir up his power in his heart against the king of the south with a great army. And the king of the south shall wage war, an exceedingly great and mighty army, but shall not stand, for plots shall be devised against him. Even those who eat his food shall break him. His army shall be swept away, and many shall fall down slain. And as for the 2 kings, their hearts shall be bent on doing evil. They shall speak lies at the same table, but to no avail. For the end is yet to be at the time appointed. And he shall return to his land with great wealth, but his heart shall be set against the holy covenant. And he shall work his will and return to his own land. At time appointed he shall return and come to the south, but it shall not be this time as it was before. For ships of Kittim shall come against him, and he shall be afraid and withdraw, and shall turn back and be enraged, and take action against the holy covenant. He shall turn back and pay attention to those who forsake the holy covenant. Forces from him shall appear and profane the temple and fortress, and shall take away the regular burnt offering, and they shall set up the abomination that makes desolate. He shall seduce with flattery those who violate the covenant, but the people who know their God shall stand firm and take action. And the wise among the people shall make many understand, though for some days they shall stumble by sword and flame, by captivity and plunder, and when they stumble they shall receive a little help. And many shall join themselves with them with flattery, and some of the wise shall stumble, so that they may be refined, purified, and made white, until the time of the end, for it still awaits the appointed time. And the king shall do as he wills, he shall exalt himself and magnify himself above every god, and shall speak astonishing things against the God of gods. He shall prosper till the indignation is accomplished, for what is decreed shall be done. He shall pay no attention to the gods of his fathers, or to the one beloved by women. He shall not pay attention to any other god, for he shall magnify himself above all. He shall honor the God of fortresses instead of these. A God whom his fathers did not know, he shall honor with gold and silver, with precious stones and costly gifts. He shall deal with the strongest fortresses with the help of a foreign god. Those who acknowledge him, he shall load with honor. He shall make them rulers over many, and shall divide the land for a price. At the time of the end, the king of the south shall attack him, but the king of the north shall rush him like a whirlwind, with chariots and horsemen, and with many ships. And he shall come into countries, and shall overflow and pass through. He shall come into the glorious land, and 10,000 shall fall, but these shall be delivered out of his hand, Edom and Moab, and the main parts of the Ammonites. He shall stretch out his hand against countries, and the land of Egypt shall not escape. He shall become ruler of the treasures of gold and silver, and all the precious things of Egypt, and all the Libyans and the Cushites shall follow in his train. But news from the east and of the north shall alarm him, and he shall go out with great fury to destroy and devote many to destruction. And he shall pitch his palatial tents between the sea and the glorious holy mountain. Yet he shall come to his end with none to help him. What the heck is going on? We shouldn't celebrate man-made traditions? Why not? Can you give me a reason why not? All right, chapter 12. This is the last one. We're almost there. At that time shall arise Michael, the great prince who has a charge of your people, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as never been since there was a nation till that time. But at that time your people shall be delivered, everyone whose name shall be found written in the book. And many of those who sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake, some to everlasting life, and some to shame and everlasting contempt. And those who are wise shall shine like the brightness of the sky above, and those who turn many to righteousness, like the stars forever and ever. But you, Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book until the time of the end. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall increase. Then I, Daniel, looked, and behold, two others stood, one on this bank of the stream, and one at the bank of the stream. And someone said to the man clothed in linen, who was above the waters of the stream, How long shall it be till the end of these wonders? And I heard the man clothed in linen, who was above the waters of the stream. He raised his right hand and his left hand towards the heaven, and swore by him who lives forever, that it would be for a time, times, and a half a time, and that when the shattering of the power of the holy people comes to an end, all these things would finish. I heard, but I did not understand. Then I said, O my Lord, what shall be the outcome of these things? And he said, Go your way, Daniel, for the words are shut up and sealed until the time of the end. Many shall purify themselves and make themselves white and be refined. But the wicked shall act wickedly, and none of the wicked shall understand. But those who are wise shall understand. And from the time that the regular burnt offerings is taken away, and the abomination that it makes desolate is set up, there shall be 1290 days. Blessed is he who waits and arrives until the 1335 days. But go your way till the end, and you shall rest and shall stand in your allotted place at the end of the days. Yeah, same here. I don't know much. But that's the end of Daniel. Daniel's cool, and then it gets very, like, vision-y. And it's like, okay, I don't understand this anymore. That would be a lot to remember and record. Yeah, imagine how long it would take to just write that down. All right, guys, I have a little prepared thing that I wanted to read that I wrote a couple days ago when I was doing a Bible study by myself, because I do study the Bible by myself, not just on here. So I'm going to read that. It's going to be very short, but I think it might be helpful. Also, everyone, please, if you have any videos or pastors or whatever you want me to react to or watch, please drop them in the Discord. That's always a fun time. Luke next? Yeah, I'm thinking Luke or John. We might just do Luke into John, but Luke is definitely a good choice. I do have a video here that I'm going to watch. In a sec, but first I'm going to read this. All right. I'm a sinner. I'm a sinner that was saved by grace. And now I'm a saint. And even though I'm a saint, I still sin. Because James 3:2 says, "For we all stumble in many ways." When I sin, I'm a saint choosing to sin. This is not according to my new nature. And this also doesn't define me. 2 Corinthians 5:17 says, "Therefore, if anyone is in Christ, he's a new creation. The old has passed away. Behold, the new has come." And Colossians 1:22 says, "He is now reconciled in his body of flesh by his death, in order to present you holy and blameless and above reproach before him." I've been born again. John 1, verse 12 through 13 says, "But to all who did receive him, who believed in his name, he gave them the right to become children of God, who were born not of blood, nor of the will of the flesh, nor of the will of man, but of God." John 1:5-1 says, "Everyone who believes that Jesus Christ has been born of God, and everyone who loves the Father loves whoever has been born of him." And that's that. And that is in the Christian chat as well. Yeah, you can link it. He's very angry sounding. Okay. Sounds good to me. I have this video as well that we're going to watch.
Good evening. My name is Godfrey. I'm from India.
Hey, Godfrey.
I assume that you're born in the States?
I was born in New Jersey. If that's still a part of the United States, yes.
I assume that you're probably born in a Christian home?
I was brought up in a Catholic home.
Okay. So,
Yes.
Well, in India we have lots of religions, and Hindus and Muslims, particularly the Hindus, they kind of worship almost a million gods.
Yes.
So you were speaking about atheism, speaking about theism.
Yes.
And I'm okay with that. But you connected atheism and theism with Jesus. Now, if you were born in India and if your name was Ram, would you connect that with Krishna or with Ganesha?
Okay, well, excellent question. I'm trying to... No, don't go away, Godfrey. Don't go away. Because I need clarification. All right?
Go, Jesse.
My question is, does the evidence show that Jesus was a human being that came to earth, predicted and accomplished his own resurrection from the dead? That's my question. And if he did, then it seems to me whatever he teaches is true. And if he taught that the Hebrew Old Testament was true, I'm accepting what he says on his authority because he's proven to be a divine being by himself resurrecting from the dead. Now, you could say, well, why not Hinduism? Or why not Buddhism? Or some of these other worldviews? Well, not that Hinduism or Buddhism are teaching things that are false all the time. I think every world religion has some truth in it. But if it differs from what Jesus says, then it would be wrong. The Hindus, the Buddhists, the Muslims may have many things right. But if they differ from what Jesus says, they appear to me to have it wrong. Not on my authority, on his.
Now, I was just asking, in case you were born in a Hindu home,
Yes.
are you still speaking what you're speaking today and connecting with Jesus? Because if you speak to Hindu people about Jesus, they say Jesus came 2,000 years back.
Yes.
Their gods came like 5,000 years back. So Jesus is a pretty new God compared to that God.
Oh, I would agree, but I would say, what evidence do you have that the gods you're talking about that were further back are actually the true gods?
And the same would go with Jesus?
Well, that's the question. That's why I'm trying to go through evidence here, maybe inadequately.
So technically my question was, I'm okay with there being a God.
Yes.
But my question is, why would you be specific to connect that with Jesus?
Because I think the evidence shows that there really was a man named Jesus 2,000 years ago who walked the earth and performed miracles and predicted and accomplished his own resurrection, because the evidence for that is quite good. And you have people who were once Jews converting completely to this new belief system and paying for it with their lives to say this really happened.
But don't you think the evidence was also that Buddha lived on earth and Krishna and all the others also lived there? They have stories.
Oh, they have stories, but the difference between Krishna and Buddha and these folks and Jesus is Jesus says, I am the way, the truth, and the life.
How do we know that's true?
By the evidence. That's what we've been looking at. Obviously, I went through just a little bit of it this afternoon or this evening.
These guys also have evidence. So they have a story and they have a thesis, and the Christians have a story and a thesis.
Right.
How would we differentiate between both and justify one story?
Oh, I agree with you, Godfrey. What you ought to do is you ought to look at the evidence from all of them and see which way the evidence points and then make your decision. But just because somebody was born in a particular place doesn't mean that their belief is either true or false. In fact, Richard Dawkins often makes this argument. He's an atheist. He says, well, if you were born in Saudi Arabia, you'd be a Muslim. If you were born in England, where I am, you'd be a Christian. And he doesn't really realize, number one, that doesn't make his belief true or false, or their belief true or false. He also doesn't seem to realize that his own assertion is disproven by his own experience. Here he is, an atheist in a Christian country, right? He's trying to say if I was born in another place, I'd be something else. Well, he's going against the prevailing view in his culture that Christianity is true.
So my last question is, you're frank and you converted atheism to theism with Jesus. Let's say Mr. Ramakrishna had a second session and he concluded atheism in Saraswati after a session. How would you relate to Mr. Ramakrishna and how would you defend your faith?
Well, I would have to see the evidence, and I didn't relate that Jesus was God before establishing that God existed. That's why I went through the evidence that a theistic God exists, a spaceless, timeless, immaterial, powerful, moral, personal, intelligent creator. Right? So from that point on, if that God exists, then miracles are possible. And if he does miracles through Jesus, and we have good eyewitness testimony for that, then I think that's good evidence that whatever Jesus teaches is true. And I'm going to go with what he says.
The reason why I asked that question is because I stayed in India. I was born and brought up there.
Yes.
I face all these. By the way, I'm a pastor. I'm just wanting to find out you.
Oh, I see. Okay.
He's a pastor?
Thank you, Godfrey. God bless you.
What? Okay. All right, Ethan, let's watch this.
Mr. Nicholson, one of our great preachers, said some churches, if you brought a bucket of milk through the door, it would be ice cream before you got it to the pulpit. They're so cold.
How am I supposed to understand him?
What kind of Christian you are? You're only playing at it. I have found in my Christian experience that if I'm going to do anything for God or be anything for God, I've got to put myself, body, soul, and spirit into it. Every bit of me. From a big toe to the top of my head. Every bit on the altar for God. No reservations. Totally, absolutely, unconditionally the lot for God. To a church that's alive with the power of God. God give us churches where sinners are scared. They're dead scared of getting saved. Couldn't go to that church for if I went, I would get saved.
It's
Amen.
very passionate.
That's the sort of churches we need today. Converting shops where people are really and truly born again of the Holy Ghost.
If you're confused, that's a sermon that Ethan sent us. There's no video, it's just audio, but he just sounds pretty crazy.
We are confronted today in our day with darkness. And the darkness doesn't come so much.
Oh man, that's good. How was he in charge? Yeah, how was he in charge? All of my recommended movies are like very Christian. Check this out. We have Genesis, Paradise Lost. We have Fireproof, which I've seen. We have Rise, Jordan Peterson, Death of a Nation. Paul According to Christ. Paul Apostle of Christ. The Drawing Out of the Vows. Let me find some new stuff. I got a new video to show y'all. It's a little bit more political than biblical.
Some progressives are looking to do away with gendered language, electing to use the term birthing people rather than moms on Mother's Day. Let's bring in Rachel Campos-Duffy. Fox
I
News
love Trump.
Rachel, let me read to you from NARAL, right? This is their tweet. When we talk about birthing people, we're being inclusive. It's that simple. We use gender-neutral language when talking about pregnancy because it's not just cisgender women that can get pregnant and give birth. Reproductive freedom is for everybody.
That's so dumb.
People cruise to
Where's the happy birthing days?
As we go into Mother's Day weekend, let us recommit our efforts and support to ensure that every birthing person across this nation is empowered and feels safe.
We have not created an infrastructure to support birthing people.
All pregnant and birthing people deserve to be treated with love.
Birthing while Black should not be a death sentence.
Health equity for Black birthing people is attainable.
Mothers and babies and Black birthing people are important.
We desperately need long-term fixes to support the healthcare needs of Black women and birthing people.
The most marginalized Black and Indigenous birthing people.
To systemically shift the way we approach health care for birthing people of color.
And respectful of Black women and birthing people.
Why are they most of them are Black?
Among Black birthing people in the United States.
Black birthing people.
And birthing people.
For birthing people.
Black birthing people.
And our Black birthing persons. For all birthing persons in Louisiana.
How many Black people are even giving birth? I mean, they got more abortions than anyone else. Why is it mainly women pushing it? Because women are out of their minds these days. Like, there's still 20 seconds left of the video.
That birthing people want doulas and midwives.
And support for birthing people during the postpartum period.
There are not enough Black workers of color, leaving Black birthing people with limited autonomy or opportunity to receive racially concordant care.
Protect Black birthing people and to save lives.
We desperately need long-term fixes to support the healthcare needs of Black women and birthing people.
The most marginalized Black and Indigenous birthing people.
To systemically shift the way we approach health care for birthing people of color.
And respectful of Black women and birthing people.
Oh my goodness. Look, I'm going to say something a little bit crazy here, but only women who are biologically women can give birth. That's a fact. Women are women, men are men. That's how it works. And if you're a biological woman who plays dress up as a man and call yourself a trans man and then you give birth, guess what? You're still a woman giving birth. You're not a dude giving birth. All birth givers are women. Biological men cannot give birth. Welcome to 2021. Don't Black people take up 70% of the abortions? I don't know if it's 70%, but I do know that if you're Black and you are born, which is an amazing feat, there's a 50% chance that you don't have a father. (2008, 2019, 2020). Let me find an article. I'll use DuckDuckGo because this is Google actually controls what you look at. Let's see, CDC. This is pretty recent. It's April 16th, 2021. The latest available data from the Centers of Disease Control, which is CDC, shows that 117,626 black children were killed by surgical abortion in the U.S. in 2018. And these deaths accounted for 33% of the total abortions that year. So yeah, not 70%, but 33%. Which is amazing because they only make up roughly like 13% of the nation. So that's pretty crazy. Calling someone a black birthing person sounds so racist. It really does. Black birthing person, that kind of sounds like that sounds pretty bad, you know? Black birthing person, can't we just say like, I don't know, black lady? Oh my goodness. Also, just so you guys know, I do not say African American. I refuse to say African American. As long as you're calling me white, I'm going to call you black. Because guess what? A lot of black people in America have never even been to Africa. A lot of them are from Jamaica and Dominican Republic, which guess what? Those aren't in Africa. So not every black person is an African American. That'd be like calling every white person a European American, even though there's white people in Russia, which is Asia, in Australia, which is Australia. It's the same thing. It's just broken logic. It doesn't make any sense. Cold Boy Don is black. You are so brave, sir. All power to all the people. They always bring race in this. Black this, black that. They're the racist ones. Yeah, they're definitely racist. 100%. Avocado's black too. See, look. And that's the thing is like I don't understand why skin color matters too much. Oh, avocado's black too. You're right. You are so brave. You are so brave. Thank you. Now I need more Asian people. My sister's Asian. She's adopted from Korea. I think it's kind of interesting that like, oh yeah, dang it, Factual's black too. That's true. You can't see him in the dark. Factual, you are so brave. So brave. Oh man, okay. Alright, gal's white. Alright. Okay, I think here's, you know what's probably the dumbest thing, and this like pisses me off so much. Let me know if you guys can relate to this. This really pisses me off. White people who hate white people. I wonder if this is a thing. But like, why do white people hate white people? It's just like insane. If we're white and black people are black, for a lack of better terminology, why can't Americans call native people red-skinned? The changing of the name for the Washington Redskins. You know what's funny is it was basically white liberals that were upset with the Washington Redskins. Because I'm from that area. We just always call them the Redskins, and actual native people don't care. Just like, guess what? Mexicans don't care if you put on a sombrero and wear maracas. They think it's cultural appreciation, not appropriation or degrading. You know? People who come from different cultures like when their culture is getting popular or getting some type of recognition or respect. You're a pasty white baby? Yikes. I do not like when people do not like others based on their skin color. Yeah, that's called racism. I'm getting trauma from the term pasty white. Because of Discord? What's wrong with Discord? I saw a white girl on TikTok saying all white people should die. Yikes. Yeah.
Activist Ashley Shackelford gave a seminar to some unsuspecting Yakubs.
Listen, that is the most accurate description you've done.
White people are racist. Underline.
All white people are racist. Here we got a real fat woman. That's not racist. It's true. She is fat. Look, she's very large. PayPal me. Hey, all white people are racist. PayPal me. Do it. It's hilarious.
It's just going downhill from that.
Yo, Jared was like, this dude. I'm going to the quad. Tyler, you want to go to the quad, bro?
I think this is a prerequisite, bro.
Oh shit, dude.
I don't know what set this is, but it looks really nice.
All white people are racist. So I put this up.
That little laugh right there. She's like, yo, y'all really still sitting here?
She's like, yo, I'm bugging. Like, y'all really here?
Why her stomach sagging? He's just resting. Yeah, I've seen that too. God is a woman. I mean, that's Ariana Grande, right? Oompa Loompa looking. Body positivity punk, being that size is selfish. Come at me, of course she's fat. Yeah. What is the new... Did I show you guys the Lizzo video? I think I did. But this whole fat pride stuff going around. It's hilarious. It's really disgusting. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I was talking about how I don't understand why skin color is such a big deal. Like I don't get it. Why is skin color such a big deal? Like literally who cares? You know, I think the difference is, and I think the reason why racism exists is because I think a better term for racism would be like culturalism. Does that make sense? Because people who hate other skin colors, I'm sure that exists. But I think what they really hate is different cultures and a culture that's not their own. But we live in the United States of America, where we're the melting pot, where we are successful because of our many cultures coming together and creating a great American culture. I hope that makes sense. But I just don't understand why skin color is such a big deal, why it's on every job application. I think what's going on in here and in here is a lot more important. I literally never thought about skin color until these past years of the media shoving it in our faces. Yeah, exactly. That's part of the issue. When I was a kid, I had Jewish friends, I had Asian friends, I had a ton of black friends, and I never once was like, holy smokes, this kid is black. What? I didn't care. You know, I literally didn't see a difference between him and me, because guess what? There aren't any. Especially with his popping curls, you know? I don't mean to sound rude, but fat women try to act victim. If a boy picks a skinny girl, to be honest, I'd rather find a fit lady because she shows she can take care of herself. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Fit people show that they can take care of themselves. People have said I'm not black because I don't eat meat. Is super weird. What does that even mean? Because you don't eat meat? That just means you're a vegetarian. Maybe a vegan. Let's see. I had a video in mind. I don't care if you're white or black or whatever. I mean, if you're still nice to me, I'll be nice to you. Yeah, but we also remember that Jesus says that we have to love everyone, pray for our enemies. Where is this one lady? Oh man, I can't find the video. There's this one lady, I think it was at the Oscars or Grammys, and they asked her, they said, hey, who do you want to win tonight? And she said, anyone black. It's like, imagine if I was asked that, hey, who do you want to win tonight? Anyone white. Just white people, you know? I just want white people to win, you know? Some of the comments on Candace Owens' Insta, especially her wedding photos, are so racist. Ooh. Yikes. Here's a video from Royal Night. Oh yeah. These girls.
Sammy will appreciate these. Whoops.
I forget which one's Tammy and which one's Amy. She's Amy,
dumplings,
I guess.
Hamburgers, pasta, peanut butter
Where do they get their money?
Candy bar cake, and applesauce cake. Let's see, what else do I need? Twerk, 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 twerk.
Yeah. This girl here is 680 pounds. Where's the one where she just says, my bills is paid? That's all I want. Dang, they're so friggin' fat. Bunch of fat fatties. Wow. How do they live like this? How do you get to this point? You know, I like eat an extra big meal. I eat a large meal and I'm like, I'm fat. I can't do this. It's pretty crazy. All right, Instagram, Candice. Who's Candice? It does have to be a hard life to live. All right, let's see. Let's read some of Candace Owens' wedding photos. Scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. That's a really pretty dress. All right, here's a good photo. Let's read these comments. All right, here we go. Here's some black on black crime. Your wedding day hair? That's the repercussions of not hiring / liking black peoples. I've never seen such terrible hair on a black woman for her wedding day. And any day, really shaking my head. You're embarrassing to black women everywhere. What the heck? What in the world? Wow, so that's who you married too. Now I see why you are so upset with your own race and downing them now. Now it all makes sense since now. Classy. Is that all the comments? Can I not keep scrolling? Oh, I gotta load more here. Wow, God taught you how to grift and sell out your people? He's a bigger douche than I thought he was. And he's a genocidal maniac. So that's saying something. So this is black on black crime. Get out of here. Get out of here, please. Wow, oh my gosh. The dress you're wearing is see-through. Women should not wear that. Cover yourself, Candace. You are a woman. You're not making a statement. You're just sexist. Bring back feminine woman. What can be more feminine than her? She looks like the most lady ever. What do you mean? Wretch. Yikes, what the heck? That's a white lady saying that too. This is so bad. What the heck? Bring back feminine women again. OMG, Harry looks so much better in a dress than you. Ha 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 ha. Is that referring to Harry Styles? Too bad he's queer. Your dress doesn't look too feminine for you. The dress would look better on Harry. He's gay, honey. That's all I'm saying. Man. How is this okay? But don't you, like, believe in Trump? That's pretty bad. He's deaf gay. How is he? Look, if anyone ever said this in front of me, I'd like to see them try, you know? And that's the thing. These people just say these things online because they could get away with it. They don't have to... There's no accountability for what they say. The day she became white in her eyes. You are still a wretch. Ha 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 ha. You're just jealous that Harry looks 20 times better than you in a dress. You're with a white man. This explains everything. Ugly. Oh my goodness. What is going on? Harry looks better. Ha 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 ha. Look at all these vomit. You're just jealous that Harry looks better than you. Of course you got married to a colonizer. What has this man ever colonized? Please, your husband don't want you. He wants your brother. Can't believe women like her can get married. What? Oh man, too bad you are private, sir. Too bad. All right, one more. One more. Here we go. Let's look at this one. Isn't he allegedly said that her brother slept with her husband? Gays don't change. Let them be gay and happy. You deserve better. He does behind your back. Sorry, not sorry. She is very much raping him. What in the world? Rumors saying your husband's family is slave owners. Can't believe the family let the son marry and impregnate the slave. Black women. Maybe there's a change after all. This started off as funny, but now it's just really bad. All these comments from the tolerant liberals show what they are really about. And ain't that the truth? That's the truth. That's where it all comes down to. The tolerant left. Sad times. Absolute chaos. But yeah, they wouldn't mumble that in front of her. She'd shoot them. I would too. Bro, if she could not get married, there would be no hope. That is so true. If she couldn't get married, no hope. What's up with Harry Styles? So strange. Does Harry Styles? Yep, he's got a... This is your boy, guys. She's a political commentator and found Brexit, basically telling people to leave the Democrats. Yeah. I haven't read her book yet. This is our boy. Look at him. I have a word for this type of behavior that I'm not allowed to say on stream. Yeah, I'm not allowed to say it on stream, but I have a word for these type of guys. Where's the other dresses? Oh yeah, this Vogue. December 2020. What is this? $38 million followers. Aren't y'all proud to be a guy? Sexy in tutus. Just kidding. Look, I'll show you a real man. I can't think of one. I don't know. This dude's one of my favorites, real men. This guy here. Love this dude. I got one more. Does Ben Shapiro have a... Yes, he does. There we go. Here's some real men. Love these dudes. Look, I'll say this right now. This guy here, his name is Dave Rubin, and he considers himself to be an old-timey liberal, kind of what liberals used to be. His name's Dave Rubin. Really good news show. Kind of just like a daily podcast news show. He's very smart. He used to be very much a leftist, and now he's a conservative, but he's really cool. And you wouldn't believe this, but he's actually gay. And yeah, so probably my favorite gay dude right here. I love manly teen boys. Yikes. Holy smokes, that's a man right there. Ladies, that's a man. Oh wow, is he in Nashville? Yep, he's in Nashville. Big Ben. Oh man, that's a real man. Ooh, who's that? That's him? No, that's not him. Oh, that is him. What the heck? Looking mad spicy. I didn't know he plays golf. You know who makes me want to throw up when I see her? Amy Schumer. Amy Schumer is... I don't really even know. Amy Schumer is just like... Every time I see her, I want to throw up. Looks like she had a new baby. That's cool. I don't know. Her sense of humor sucks. I mean, you can watch her stand up. It's pretty atrocious. She looks like she's losing weight though. So good for her, maybe. I don't know. Who cares? The realest man there is Boris Johnson. Boris Johnson. You mean British Trump? This dude is literally just, bro, he's so attractive, not in a gay way. I can say when someone looks good. Who? Boris Johnson? Or Ben Shapiro? What do you mean? Look, Boris Johnson just looks like British Trump. Like, tell me I'm wrong. He's just the British version of Trump. Not attractive, but he looks good. Both. Oh, man. Come on. Like, that's British Trump. Huge. Huge. China. All right, let me find one more video. Let me find it one more time.
Why do you keep calling this the Chinese virus? There are reports of dozens of incidents of bias against Chinese Americans in this country. Your own aide, Secretary Azar, says he does not use this term. He says ethnicity does not cause the virus. Why do you keep using this? A lot of people say it's racist.
It's not racist at all. No, not at all. It comes from China. It comes from China. I want to be accurate. Yeah, please, John.
Because it comes from China. China. It comes from China. Yeah. All right, guys, that's about all I have for you. You can always send me videos on Discord and we can review them if they're good. But yeah, just let me know. Tomorrow, I think we're going to start Luke. I'm going to start Luke. I think that'll be a good time for us to start Luke. So I will see you all tomorrow. So until then, Ethan, why? Want me to do 40 push-ups right now, right at the end? Okay. Oh, one last time for my black followers. You were so brave. All right. Think our arms are getting big, bro? All right, guys. You got that dump truck? Whew, got the whole pooper. All right, guys. I'll see you all later. As always, I'll be on the Discord and I will be back tomorrow, most likely around 6 p.m. Eastern, because I still am looking for a job. All right. Goodbye, guys. See ya. Bye. Bye.